Teachers in England, an astonishing 121,253 members yes for strike action. 12,811 voted no. It was a majority over 90%, 90.44% voted for strike, with a threshold busting turnout of 53.27%. It's an amazing result. Teachers in Wales, even stronger, in a smaller constituency, but a majority over 92%, a turnout over 58%, again, busting through the government's thresholds. We regret to say, on support staff in England, although 15,405 voted yes to strike and only 2,900 voted no, a very big majority of 84%, but because of the government's unfair, undemocratic thresholds, the turnout in that was 46%, and that's not enough for us to call legal strike action. However, support staff in Wales, again, beat the thresholds with a turnout of 51.3%, a majority of 88.26%. These ballot results are amazing. The England teacher ballot result alone is the biggest ballot result of any union in recent times, certainly since this democratic threshold was introduced in 2016. We have come with our England and Wales ballot together, spanning 23,400 schools. Our teacher members in England and Wales, our support staff members in Wales have voted in enough numbers to beat both of the government's thresholds for industrial action that have been imposed on teachers and other essential public services. Over half of all teacher members of the union voted by post when there was significant disruption to the postal service. The government needs to listen. These are big votes for strike action.
They really are. 90% of our members voted yes, and that shows the government something really important. It shows the government that the NEU members will not stand by and see the education service they work so hard for and they care for so much be sacrificed because teachers and support staff are being driven from the profession they love because of a toxic mix of low pay and excessive workload. Neither should the support staff figures in England give the government any cheer. The hard facts cannot be ignored. Children are losing out because there aren't enough teachers and support staff. Parents and grandparents hear their children and grandchildren talking about new teachers in the middle of the school year, of their favourite teachers leaving, of teachers not being available in the subject that they are learning. Parents of children with special educational needs know that the support staff their children rely on to access learning are leaving schools to work in supermarkets because they can be paid more there. Public servants are suffering the longest period of pay suppression since the Napoleonic Wars. A teacher who started work in 2010 and made normal progress up the pay scale has lost over £64,000 in cash terms. Support staff have lost 27% of their pay in real terms since 2010. And that's why teacher recruitment is in crisis, with a 23% fall in applications this year. That's why teacher retention is in crisis, with 40% of teachers leaving within 10 years of qualification, with 1 in 8 leaving within 2 years of qualification. That's why secondary class sizes are now the highest that they have ever been. It's why primary class sizes are the highest they've been since 2000. And these are not my words. These are the words of Amanda Spielman, who I don't normally quote with approval. Amanda Spielman, the Chief Inspector of Ofsted, has written in her latest Ofsted annual report, published in 2022, that there's a workforce crisis in our schools. The school leaders report that recruiting and retaining teachers and support staff is their biggest challenge in work, and that children and young people are bearing the brunt of that crisis without access to the teachers and support they need in order to get the education they are entitled to.
So we've got some shout outs. Thanks to everybody for popping some messages on there. One from Jenny Cooper, who says a massive well done to all of our reps, and I would absolutely second that as well. Message from Julie saying great news, thanks to everybody. Also brilliant news from Dion, and Tim says excellent news, all school workers work and deserve a decent, properly funded pay rise. Michaela is saying excellent result, absolutely agree. Very good result, but very hard work from everybody who's been involved in it. And Dale, as a trainee teacher, I am with everyone who is going on strike. The Tories are destroying everything. And then just one final shout out as well, which I think I absolutely fully agree with. Fantastic results and proud to be part of NEU.
You know, Mary's just given you a quote from Amanda Spielman. But just in the last week, we have seen studies from the Institute of Fiscal Studies. Mary was at an event today with the National Fund for Education Research, all confirming the arguments that we're making about why there is a shortage of teachers. All of them saying there is going to have to be a correction on teacher pay. But we know it's the reality, the daily stress of working in an underfunded school with exhausted staff receiving poor pay, which has led NEU members to vote yes for strike action. We know that you haven't taken this decision lightly. You want to be in your classrooms teaching and supporting children and young people. The decision to strike for all of us is a last resort. So we do intend to make this work. Our aim...
So we were promised that we'd hear the results of those ballots dead on the dot of 5 o'clock, and so it came to pass. The Joint General Secretaries of the National Education Union there, Kevin Courtney and Mary Boosted, joined by the National President, Louise Atkinson. Teachers in England and Wales are set to go on strike in February and March after members of the union voted in favour of action in their ongoing dispute over pay. They say that the ballot is a result of failure by the Secretary of State in England and the employers in Wales to ensure enough money is available to pay a fully funded increase in pay for teachers, which at least matches inflation and which begins to restore lost pay. Well, our Chief